Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mihir Shah once again with another video. In this video, we are going to be solving November 2018 university question paper under the subject risk management. Again, a very important video for all the TYBMS M5 students. Now, let us see which were the questions that were asked in this particular paper and how to solve them. The very first question was the following is the information of stock A and B under the possible stage of nature. Okay, and they are asked us to find basically the standard deviation and expected return. Okay, so now how to start? We'll start with first with stock A. So we have to take return of A and probability ka data together. So state of nature, probability, return. The next column will be P into R. Okay, returns are your R, your probability is P. When you multiply, you get P into R. The total of that is your expected return. Okay, so 1 into 0.1 into 5, 0.3 into 10, 0.5 into 15, 0.1 into 20, we get the totals. So therefore, our expected return R bar is sigma P into R, which comes to 13%. That's the first step. Now, in order to find the standard deviation, the next column that we will require will be R minus R bar. That is all the returns minus R bar. So 5 minus 13, 10 minus 13, 15 minus 13 and 20 minus 13. We'll get the respective values. Then the next column will be R minus R bar the whole square. So 8 square, negative 8 square, negative 3 square, 2 square and 7 square will be taken. Last column P into R minus R bar the whole square. So probability into the values we just now found. We'll get 6.4, 2.7, 2, 4.9, the total of which comes to 16. The 16 is nothing but variance. Now we need to find the standard deviation. The standard deviation will be the sigma of P into R minus R bar the whole square, the square root of that. So square root of 16, which comes to 4. So therefore the expected return for stock A was 13% and the standard deviation was 4. Now in the same case, let us start with stock B. Okay. Now how to find data for stock B in the same order. Okay. So now we'll take return of B along with the probability. Okay. Now the next one we will take is the probability and stock of B ka return. Okay. Same column. So we'll have state of nature, probability, return and P into R. So 0.1 into 0, 0.3 into 8, 0.5 into 18 and 0.1 into 26. We multiply, we get the total as 14. So our expected return, the sigma of P into R is 14%. Next, we need R minus R bar. So 0 minus 14, 8 minus 14, 18 minus 14 and 26 minus 14, we'll get R minus R bar. Next is the square of that. So negative 14 square, negative 6 square, negative 4, negative 12. And last, probability multiplied by R minus R bar the whole square. When you multiply, we will get our new values as 19.6, 10.8, 8, 14.4. When you total up, we get 52.8. That is our total variance. Okay. So once we get our variance ready, the standard deviation is the root of that variance. The root of 52.8. Okay, this is 52.8. Okay, so on the calculator, 52.8 divided by the square root. Okay. So square root of 52.8 comes to 7.26. Okay, so that was stock B ka expected return, which came to 14%, and standard deviation, which came to 7.26%. Okay. So now the next sum was based on calculate beta. They are giving you return on security, return on market portfolio. We noted it down. We took the total. We got the values as 95 and 65. Now we need to find the average of that. So RS bar is 95 divided by 5, which comes to 19. RM bar is 65 divided by 5, which comes to 13. The next column is RS minus RS bar. So all these values minus 19. And after that, we'll have RM minus RM bar. So all these values minus 13. So we get these values. Next column will be the multiplication of these two columns. So negative 1 into negative 2, 0 into 0, negative 2 into negative 1 and so on. And we need the total of that, which comes to 9. Last column is the square of M minus RM bar, RM in minus RM bar the whole square. And then we need the total of that also. Once we get the totals, very simple, we need to first get the formula of covariance. That is second last column ka total divided by n minus 1, so that is 5 minus 1, which is 4. So 9 divided by 4 is 2.25. Next, we need the standard deviation square m, which is the last column ka total upon n minus 1. So 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. And lastly, we need to get the value of beta, which is 2.25 upon 2.5, which comes to 0.9. Okay, so that was the sum based on beta. Last question which was there in this particular paper was based on fair premium. Okay, they are giving you the losses, the probability, on all other informations. So let us see how we have to solve this. First step, always find the expected cost, that is pure premium, which is nothing but the probability into the loss. So 0.3 into 50, 0.6 into 10,000, we get it as 21,000. After that, we need to get the PV of expected claim, which is expected claim divided by n, interest plus the rate, 1 plus interest rate. Interest rate is 8%, so that will become 1.08, which comes to 19,444.44. Next, they're giving you underwriting cost is 12% of pure premium, which is 12% of 21,000, which comes to 2520. They have given you expected claim as 900. So total admin or expected admin cost is the addition of these two, which comes to 3420. Now we need to find the PV. So 3420 divided by 1.08, we get the PV value. Next, they're giving you fair profit is 10%. So 10% of 21,000 is 2,100. Divide that by 1.08, we'll get the PV of expected profit, which comes to 1944.44. Last, fair premium, which is nothing but the addition of the three PV values. So 19,444.44 plus 3166.67 plus 1944.44 gives you 24,555.55. So these were the three sums which were there in this particular question paper. I hope everyone have understood that. Chalo, with that, we will be ending this video here.